Blessings, beloveds. Welcome back. This is just a very quick video to show you guys the power of asteroids, which I've been working with asteroids for many, many, many years, several of them actually, and then just exploring asteroids in people's charts, in their own birth charts, and particularly in relationships and looking at synastry relationships, or rather synastry charts and composite charts, which show uh, the different ways you can actually look at a relationship between any two people, whether it's mother-daughter, whether it's lovers, whether it's friends, business partners, etc., etc. That's a whole other story. The thing that I want to show you today is just simply there's a few layers to this, but I'll try and keep it very simple. So when you are thinking about the south node in the chart, whether it's your own chart or somebody else's chart, could be a client's chart you're working with, etc. Depending on who the individual is, it is always worth looking to see, are there any asteroids close to that south node, which might be it'll be like a particular name that somehow describes the person's life, this lifetime, that is, right? Because the south node is something that doesn't just disappear or vanish or disintegrate. We evolve out of it and integrate into the north node, but it is still always there because it is still a part of the soul's evolutionary imprints and journeys, right? So what can often happen with the south node as well is that the energy of a particular lifetime or lifetimes that we have experienced is still so incredibly present in the current life, and that's largely due to a lot of different reasons, let's say. But when it is present in the present, when the past is in the present, as it were, in such an amplified and activated way, then it's really important to pay attention to that. And I have an amazing example here by a very well-known person that most of you would have heard of, at least if you haven't seen the TV series and the shows that she's done. But this is just the most classic literal example of what I'm talking about, right? When we're bringing in an energy that is so still within the resonance of our soul's sort of purpose and frequency, and what we are doing here in the present, in this lifetime, and just how that energy gets filtered and channeled in ways that we don't necessarily consciously project. And in fact, I don't know this lady myself personally, but I would probably say that, if I was to sit with her and say, do you know that you have this asteroid called da 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 on your south node in your birth chart, I'm pretty sure she'd probably say no. Now, I could be wrong in that, and so please come back to me, Lucy Lawless, if you indeed ever do hear this. So Lucy Lawless is a New Zealand actress, and I'll just show you just a little bit through Wikipedia. Okay, so that's how her name is spelt. The Lawless was a name that she ultimately gave to herself. Her birth name is actually Frances Ryan, Lucille Frances Ryan. So she was born on the 29th of March 1968. And she's famous for the Xena Warrior Princess series, right? There she is there, you can see her. She's like this Amazon, full-on activated warrior, goddess, princess, fighter, fighting the demons and, all that sort of stuff, right? I mean, she is renowned for this role. So the interesting thing is that she first appeared in a show that was a series about Hercules, actually. And what happened was she starred in a couple of episodes in that as like a warrior sort of Amazon kind of Xena goddess type of woman. And it was through her appearances in the show of Hercules or Achilles, let me think. Hercules, that's right. Hercules, the legendary journeys. So when she appeared in that, it was out of that these this other show was born, Xena, the warrior princess, that is, which is what she's largely known for. Now, what is so fascinating about this is that, you know, she's famous for this iconic series, which, you know, speaks into the LGBT communities as well, because she played a role of a person who identified as lesbian, and she's very supportive of LGBTI communities. She's an activist, you know, she's got a lot going on. In terms of what she represents. So that's a little bit about her. You can certainly look into her more deeply if you choose, and I encourage you to do that if you want to, you know, explore her chart and so forth, but or her history, timelines, etc. Now here's her birth chart. Okay, this is a time that was given. I have not rectified this chart, but it's probably very close. And if you see here, she's triple Aries. I mean, and North Node in Aries as well. That's, you know, that's like, that is really, really outstanding. That energy of Aries, and for what she stands for the roles she has played, for what she advocates for, her presence, her demeanor, her strength, her warrior goddess energy, strength, just all the different components that reflect who she is in this lifetime. And as I said, playing that role of Xena, the warrior goddess, right? Now, where am I going with this, with the asteroid? Okay, so if you look at her south node, it is in Libra. Okay, now there is an asteroid, believe it or not, called Xenia, okay, which is pretty much almost exactly identical to Xenia, right? Xena or Xenia, right? Which is actually a Greek word, which Xenia or Xenia, it just simply means stranger, right? There's more, a little bit more to it than that, but it's not necessary to go into that. The point is that she played a role of a warrior goddess called Xena, the warrior goddess, and there she has Xena on her south node in Libra, meaning she's brought that in from the past. She probably lived as a full-on you know, Amazon warrior goddess in probably many lifetimes, I'd say. And so, you know, to come back in this lifetime and play this incredible role, which, you know, I'm sort of, I mean, I'm not even talking about the brilliance of what it would have taken to play that role, the strength, you know, the stunts that she pulled, the athleticism that she would have needed, the endurance she would have needed, you know, it just everything that would have been involved in that role. Not an easy thing to do. And not everybody can do it, because otherwise everybody would be a Xena, you know, warrior goddess in some TV series if we could all do it. The fact is, she could do it, she did do it, and she's got Xenia on her south node, meaning she's brought that in from the past. And that is just a freaking spectacular demonstration of the power of the over 50,000 asteroids that are known thus far. So there's a lot of asteroids, right? You certainly wouldn't want to be putting all of them in the chart. That would just be insanity. But the point is, the asteroids that have been discovered, at least that we know of, offer us a really powerful window into exploring very specific themes and patterns in a person's life, which could come from the past. They could be just coming into these sort of patterns in this particular lifetime, in this particular point in evolution. There are different things going on. It just depends how you are looking at the asteroid from the point of view of, is it aspecting the south node, or is it nowhere near the nodes, and yet it's conjunct somebody's sun or somebody's moon? You know, if you see a really significant asteroid for the individual, let's say, right, that's aspecting the nodes or the personal planets, you know that that's something that they are carrying and embodying and expressing very overtly, almost, you could say, very I don't know if overtly is the right word, but very, it's a strong component of their actual makeup, that the makeup of what makes them the individual, the person, how they think, how they speak, how they act, you know, or just the persona. Go away, motorbikes, you're very loud. Yeah, so this is just a really great example, and I just wanted to bring it in and share it with you, to show you, and I'll just quickly show you as well. So there's this particular website you can go to, and if you were just to type in asteroid ephemeris, there are others as well, but this is one of the main ones that I use. This is the one you'd go to. It's called Ephemeris, right? And the website is www.true-node.com. So that's one of the main ones that I use. And there's literally thousands of asteroids on here. So that's the one that I brought up, which is this one here. And then I just basically put in the person's data, which means date, month, year, time of birth, and time zone. Now, in this box, the second box here, I've put in the name Xena, which is the asteroid that I was looking for. Alternatively, you can actually go through this section down here, and this, that would just take you ages. But out of curiosity, you might want to look at things. There's a few different files there actually, but if you just typed in a particular name that you were looking for, you want to see, is this particular name an asteroid? And if it is, it'll, in most cases, it'll bring it up here. It doesn't have all asteroids, so there are other sources that you might need to go to source out another name that just doesn't come up here. Because just because it doesn't come up here, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, okay? So when I've put in Lucy Lawless, aka Xena the Warrior Goddess, when I put in her data on the 29th of March 1968, which is when she was born at 6:25 a.m., there is an asteroid at 22 degrees of Libra, okay? And when we go back to her natal chart, it sits on her south node and conjunct her vertex for that matter too. So there you go, guys. That was just a quickie that I wanted to share with you. Where am I? I want to stop sharing my screen. Just to show you the power of asteroids. And, these are just the little things that I randomly come up with, either myself or with my mentor, because we converse a fair bit, and we're always looking at these sorts of things, and these sorts of things come randomly to us at times. Sometimes we are looking for something, and that's what you do as an astrologer, or as a student of astrology. You continuously expand your mind, and you become creative, and you look at different things, and learn. So anyway, much love, many blessings. I hope you enjoyed the full moon in Leo video, and I'll see you guys very soon. Leave your questions and comments below, and let me know if you have any interesting examples of asteroids that you have located in your chart that describe your own life journey in some kind of way, or reflect certain things about relationships. It could be a number of different things. I'm going to come back actually and do a video on Pluto and relationships, and some really deep material that myself and my mentor have put together, collaborated in through our conversations, that is just like mind-blowing. But also I can speak about it from my own personal perspective, because what I'm going to teach you, what I'm going to show you, for those of you that don't know this, which is probably a lot of people, because it's not an idea in a book, it's something that myself and my mentor have collaborated just with our own understanding and practice and research in astrology. And so the things that I'm going to point to, I can vouch 100% from my own personal life that it does work like that, because I've applied these thoughts to my own chart with every single person I've had a relationship with, and it's just present and clear and 100% accurate every time. So anyway, I'll come back with that. Sending you all much love. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy moon in Leo. Love you all. Take care. Bye.